Hello and welcome to my Let's Play Star Trek Online on the PS4. I'm the Big B82 and this is part 2 of my Federation Engineer Delta Recruit 2021 playthrough. We're about to undertake the next mission in the Klingon War Arc, where we're going to go and do a routine diplomatic mission where we're going to escort a Vulcan ambassador from Vulcan to the sanctuary of Pajem. Also, we will have our very first interaction with our Delta recruit. We will have an opportunity to, if we come down here, we have to transmit a signal to the Undine ship, warning them about the Iconian threat. So we'll get to do that, but I won't cash those in because there's no point cashing these in yet. They give you marks, and at level 2 it's not much point in collecting arcs because all it's always going to give us is fleet arcs, so we won't worry about that. So it's how for the mission, and let's get this show on the road.
We have a diplomatic mission for you. An important Vulcan ambassador is traveling from his homeworld to the monastery at Pajem. Capturing the ambassador would be a major coup for the Klingons or Orions, so we're assigning you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You are to escort Ambassador Soketh to Pajem. Please meet him at Vulcan. Once you locate him, speak with him about the transport mission. Do whatever is necessary to keep him safe.
Okay. Yes, sir.
You are now in sector space. Here, ships travel at warp speed between systems. Combat does not take place in sector space.
Okay, so let's click out our captain's log. So captain's log, Stardate 86026.87. I have been formally promoted to the rank of lieutenant and given command of the Kumari. Our first mission is to escort a Vulcan ambassador to Pajem. It will be a routine mission. Right. And what that doesn't tell you is the fact you have to fly to Vulcan. You have to enter the Vulcan system. I haven't changed the ship. All I've done in regards to the ship is just changed it to the beta variant, which was basically what the ship looked like in Deep Space Nine, the Saratoga. Also changed all our uniforms, so we're donning new uniforms. Anyway, our first officer, Captain. We have arrived at the Vulcan system. I took the liberty of contacting the ambassador's aide when we arrived. Tapella says that the ambassador has certain arrangements that he prefers when travelling. She would like to go over them with you. Would you like me to put her on the main view screen? On screen.
Greetings. Thank you for agreeing to escort the ambassador to Pajem. Ambassador Soketh is currently attending a ritual to honor the end of the Kalrek holiday. He will be done soon, but the ambassador is hesitant to use transporter technology. His bias against the transporters is not logical, but I have come to accept it. I believe that Soketh would be much more comfortable traveling by shuttlecraft. I have received clearance for you to land near the ambassador's location. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Okay, so we need to take a shuttle to the surface. So yeah, I haven't changed anything on the ship itself, so it's just the way it looks. Just more, and also I have updated the weaponry, so we've got Mark II phasers. It's all rare at the moment. Changed our weapons, so we will be losing a blast phaser as well as all this. I have forgotten to give myself a kit frame, which was a bit stupid. I'll sort that out. Well, I should have sorted that out before I did this, but I couldn't be bothered, so we don't have a kit frame, which is not all bad. So let's board the shuttle and head to the surface and meet with Ambassador Soketh. Kit frame's not really an issue. No diplomatic orders. We're ready to land on Vulcan, sir. When you are ready to make our final approach, let me know. Let's land the shuttle. Let's land the shuttle.
Starfleet shuttlecraft. This is Vulcan Orbital Control. You are cleared to land at the requested coordinates. Welcome to Vulcan. Please enjoy your stay.
Excuse me. There was a funny bug when you initially played, when we first played this. Captain, the ambassador and his aides are waiting for you on top of the temple on top of this rise. You can speak with them there and find out if the ambassador needs anything else from us before we depart for Pajem. Yeah, in that cutscene, there was a bug, visual bug, that the ship was microscopic, which was quite funny. Now Vulcan is actually a social zone, so you can come here and over there. There, you see in the distance there. That is the monument to Leonard Nimoy. That's a permanent fixture within the game. Also, if you need any ground stuff, there's 2 anomalies here on Vulcan you can pick up on this mission. Let's head to the Plateau of Contemplation. Captain Ambassador Saketh and Tapella have requested you meet with her before speaking to the ambassador. I wonder if you'll be pleased to meet a Cardassian. Most people aren't pleased to meet a Cardassian, so let's speak with Tapella. Welcome to Vulcan. Captain, I regret to inform you that we have come to an impasse in completing your mission. Allow me to explain. As you know, Pajem is sacred to the Vulcan people, and access to it is strictly prohibited. Ordinarily, this would not be any difficult, but Savin, the leader of the order that maintains the monastery, has chosen this moment to illogically refuse to grant Ambassador Saketh's permission to meet with the abbot at Pajem. This is most abnormal. Can this trip wait until Savin changes his mind? The ambassador has considered going to the council to request that they overrule Savin, but the process will take time that he simply does not have. If the ambassador is unable to complete his journey to Pajem now, he will have to delay until after the trade conference at QUADRANT is complete, and that could take weeks. I wonder why Savin won't grant the ambassador's permission. The ambassador, I'm afraid, has spent too much time off-world and seems to have changed him. His interactions with other species has grown easier over the years, but our own people have become more challenging for him to deal with. Perhaps you could speak with Savin. I know he has a great deal of respect for Starfleet, and you will have an easier time than he has in convincing him to grant the ambassador's request. Let me speak to Savin then. Okay, so this is High Priest Savin, the head of the Order on Pajem.
Peace and long life.
Live long and prosper.
Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Saketh says you won't permit him to visit Pajem.
Saketh accuses me of abandoning logic, but he is the one refusing to explain his reasons for wanting to go to Pajem. The planet is sacred. Our ancestors walked those paths. They found understanding and serenity in its quiet. When I am at Pajem, I feel more at peace than any place else in the galaxy. Pajem has been touched by outside influences in the past. The Federation is at war. Now more than any other time, we must protect this refuge. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Why do Vulcans restrict access to Pajem?
Many years ago, Pajem was used for political purposes. Technology used to spy on the Andorians was hidden beneath the sacred sanctuary. It should never have happened. Buildings that had stood for 12 centuries were destroyed because we allowed politics and war in a place where there should only be logic and contemplative thought. When the monastery was rebuilt, we pledged to keep it safe from the cares of the galaxy. Only those who seek peace may enter. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
The Vulcan people have monasteries?
Even a people who reject emotion require peace and contemplation. We are a spiritual people. Our rituals guide us throughout our lives. Vulcans who choose a life of study and isolation, as the monks at P'Jem have done, help us maintain our connection with our ancestors. The monk's study of Sirach's words in the Kirshara give us all a greater understanding of who we are and who we should strive to be. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me more about Sirach.
Centuries ago, the Vulcans were creatures of emotion. We fought one another in a series of wars that devastated our planet. Our species was on the brink of annihilation. Sirach taught us to embrace peace and to put aside our emotions in favor of logic. Sirach ushered in a time of awakening on Vulcan. His writings, the Kirshara, shaped all that we are. Without Sirach, the Vulcans you know would not exist. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Don't you trust Ambassador Soketh?
I neither trust him nor distrust the ambassador. I simply do not understand him. He will not reveal his reasons for wishing to speak to the abbot, and has refused a mind meld with me. Normally I could respect his privacy, but other things I have heard trouble me. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Tell me about what you have heard.
Soketh has spent more and more time away from Vulcan in recent years, and seems ill at ease in what was once his home. T'Pella admits he has changed in the past few months. He spends hours closeted in his study, and does not share meals with his staff as he used to. T'Pella says that the stress of the war with the Klingon Empire is taking its toll. She hopes the peace of P'Jem will restore him. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
What if the abbot agrees to speak with Soketh via subspace?
The monks do not use any unnecessary technology. Even replicators are not permitted on P'Jem. There is a communications array available to the monks for emergencies. Soketh's request does not qualify. Do you seek knowledge of the ancestors?
Is there a way I can persuade you to allow Soketh to visit P'Jem?
I will permit it if you will pledge to me, on your honor as a Starfleet officer, that you will protect P'Jem from harm. Soketh says his reasons for wanting to speak to the abbot are private. I will accept that, but only if you are with him. I know I can trust Starfleet. Please, protect P'Jem from any who would violate its sanctity.
Very well. Okay, speak with Ambassador Soketh.
Welcome to Vulcan. Do you have any questions?
Tell me about P'Jem.
P'Jem is a small world near Andoria. It is sacred to our people. There have been Vulcans on P'Jem for centuries. In 2152, the ancient buildings that housed our monastery were destroyed by the Andorians.
Andorians? But they're also part of the Federation.
It was a failing in our logic that led to conflict with the Andorians. We have corrected our error. After the Federation was founded, a group of Andorians, Vulcans, and humans rebuilt the monastery as a symbol of peaceful coexistence and cooperation. Since then, a group of monks has lived there. They study the ideals of Sirach. Do you have any questions?
What's your business? What business do you have at P'Jem?
My business is my own. If you must know more, I require a meeting with the abbot. He will not use subspace communications. So if I am to receive his counsel, I need to meet with him directly. Do you have any questions?
I have spoken with Savin. We can leave for P'Jem now.
Excellent. Our departure has been delayed long enough by the whims of one man. I am prepared for the journey and can leave immediately.
Let's go. T'Pel, attend to the matter we were discussing earlier. I'm leaving with the captain to board the shuttle. Peace and long life. Yes, Ambassador. Have a safe journey. Live long and prosper. Lead on, Captain. My business here has been concluded. Now we're sporting a big ass cannon and a weapon and a split beam, right? Just split beam phaser. You know, reasons. Right, we don't have to wait for him, we can just board the shuttle. And let's get the hell out of here.
Starfleet shuttlecraft, we have logged your flight trajectory, and you are cleared for departure. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. Vulcan control. Right, let's return to the bridge. Ambassador Sokev has retired to his quarters, Captain. We can leave the system whenever you like. Depart the system. Okay, we now head over to Pajem, which is a short hop away. I thought it was going to tell us more about bloody travelling a warp. Here's Pajem. Let's begin diplomatic orders. So, I'm picking up on unusual energy readings in the system. We could scan the system before we take the ambassador to the surface. Agreed, sensors on maximum. Klingon ships to Kokin, sir. Well, bugger. Alright.
This is Captain Katak to all Klingon vessels. Target their warp drive. There will be no escaping our vengeance this time!
Captain, we're being held by the Klingons. Screen.
Cease your fire, Captain! Perhaps today is a day for words. My fellow captains were blinded by our vengeance toward the shapeshifter aboard your vessel. They have died with honor. But if I am to die this day, then I would prefer to regale the halls of Stovokor with the tale of that foul creature's death.
Shapeshifter.
Ha! So even the mighty Federation has been fooled by the beast. Your guest from Vulcan is not as he or she seems, Captain. They are an Undine. They put on a false face and try to control us. But we Klingons know better. We will hunt them down until the last of these honorless dogs die screaming.
An Undine? Have you any proof?
Proof? Ah! Allow me to stick a blade in its belly while I look it in the eye while it dies. That should be proof enough, even for Starfleet.
I'll take that into consideration.
If you wish the honor of the kill yourself, then it is yours to have. So long as the Undine dies, I will meet my death with eyes wide open and victory in my heart. I await your decision. Close hailing frequencies.
Right, let's speak with our bridge officers. Okay, let's speak with our bridge officers. Captain, since the scans indicate the Klingon vessels, warp drive, shields and weapon systems are all offline. I don't even think they have impulse power. Whatever you decide to do, they can't really do much about it. Right, let's discuss the Undine with the science officer, which will be Tabell. The Undine are a species that were first encountered by the crew of the USS Voyager. They catalogued them as a species 8472. As the Klingon commander indicated, they are indeed capable of changing shape. Additionally, they possess telepathic abilities that aid them in infiltrating the cultures of other species. So Ambassador could be one. I'm afraid it is a conclusion that we cannot rule out, Captain. I could conduct a test to determine if the ambassador is who he claims to be. Unfortunately, that would violate the ambassador's immunity. Alright, speak with tactics. Klingon vessel was waiting for your response, Captain. The Undine are physically superior to humans and consider anyone from our dimension to be an inferior life form. Their vessels are more than a match for the Borg. They represent the great threat to Starfleet, whereas Ambassador Sokev now. The Ambassador is still in his quarters, sir, and I recommend sending a security detail to detain the Ambassador until we are certain of his identity. That's sound precaution. Agreed. Klingon vessels waiting. Yeah, okay. Engineering. The Undine come from a dimension known as fluidic space. They use quantum singularities to move into ours. I'm afraid much of their technology still remains a mystery to us, but one thing is certain, this is not to be underestimated. Why use a Starfleet vessel? I can't say, Captain, but as the Undine are virtually unknown to the Beta Quadrant, my guess is that they're aiming to conceal their presence here. And the Klingons? The Klingons are saying could be true, Captain. If the Undine are in the Beta Quadrant, it might just be that the Klingons sniffed them out before us. In this case, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Klingon vessels awaiting your response, Captain. Call the ambassador to the bridge and open the channels of the Klingon vessel. Let's settle this.
My patience is growing thin, Captain. If you lack the stomach to slay the beast aboard your vessel, then any Klingon here would gladly do it for you. I'd hate for you to stain that pretty Starfleet uniform with Undine blood.
Very gracious, but unnecessary.
Then the beast is slain? Makar! Very good. Perhaps you've the heart of a warrior after all. Let me look upon our enemy, and tonight we will dine together as warriors and drink to the honored dead.
I present Ambassador Sokev.
Captain, I take my meditations very seriously. Why have I been summoned to the bridge?
Accused, meet your accuser.
Alive? You're a fool, Captain! Strike now before it's too late!
Not without proof, Katak.
You want proof? Then lower your shields and allow me to beam over. Once the Undine's blood coats my blade, you'll see it for what it truly is. A glint hound in Tark's clothing.
Ambassador, allow me to explain.
There's no need, Captain. The situation is not difficult to unravel. My concern lies in the logic of you entertaining this Klingon's meritless claim.
Meritless, but not unreasonable.
A most illogical conclusion. Allow us to examine the facts, Captain. You have a crippled Klingon vessel, whose captain has made unsubstantiated claims that I am an Undine, a species that is known to both the Federation and the Klingon Empire as a considerable threat.
Thus a reasonable consideration.
Potentially, but only if a great many other factors were to be true. Is it not much more likely that the Klingons have, in the face of defeat, instead sought to exploit Starfleet's desire for peaceful resolutions to conflict in order to repair their vessel and renew their assault?
Status of the Klingon vessel. Weapons inoperable. Warp drive is still offline. Wait. Undetected energy surge to engage in a cloaking device. Red alert. Lock weapons.
A true warrior strikes without mercy, Captain. I only hope to teach you this lesson personally before the Undine does. We may not be able to best your vessel, but a Klingon knows many roads to victory. The beast may have evaded my vengeance for now, but I can still ruin its plans here in Pajem.
Fire. We've lost them on sensors, Captain. They're gone. Scan the area. Captain, I'm detecting energy signatures on Pajem's surface. They're in the vicinity of the monastery. They appear to be transporter signals. Last signs indicate they are Klingon. I'm taking an away team down. Captain, shall I accompany you? No, it is too dangerous.
A wise precaution. Though I admit I am eager to see my people safe, I will await word until the monastery is secured. And Captain, let not my journey here be for naught.
Waiting to transporter room 1.
A wise...
Wayne team is ready to transport in your command, Captain. It's been down. I don't understand there why Travell didn't speak up as the science officer, because she is the science officer. Captain, we need to secure the area and make our way towards the monastery, which is located at the top of the hill. I'm reading multiple Klingon patrols between us and the main building, so I recommend we proceed with caution. Stay alert, we need to find the monks. I've never used the blast cannon before, so this will be interesting. A giant grenade launcher. Only 4 anomalies on you now, there should be 6. Fortunately, you have arrived, the Klingon seeker. Yeah, but it's up on the hill. Okay. Klingon Rectigino.
Enemy target on center.
So, we have received an alert from Vulcan. Tapella says that she must speak with you immediately. I'll patch you through to your tricorder.
I have terrible news. Vulcan security forces have discovered the body of Ambassador Soket. They have determined that he was killed by a phaser blast at short range. His remains were discovered in a stasis chamber hidden in a cabin beneath the Ambassador's residence. The Ambassador on your ship, the one that I have been working for, is an imposter. You need to be very careful. This imposter was able to fool Soket's closest associates for months. He is crafty and very patient. Now that he has been discovered, he will be dangerous.
Captain, security teams have reached Ambassador Soket's quarters, but he is gone. They're searching the ship, but, sir, an unauthorized use of the transport is detected. The Vulcan government is requesting that the imposter Soket be detained and returned to Vulcan for questioning. Sir, whomever used the transporter erased the logs, but I have a feeling the imposter is on the planet's surface. I recommend we locate him immediately. We'll find him.
Such emotion on your face. I see now my deception has been exposed. Pity. Capturing the abbot so we could replace him as well would have been beneficial. But we are strong. We will prevail. You are weak, and the weak shall perish.
Yeah, not today, sunshine. Is the abbot alright? The violence is illogical. There's two more, but they're all the way over there, and I can't be bothered to go and get them. So, let's beam up. Recommend we return to the Kumari in search for the Undine ship. We'll need to find the Undine and take it back to Starfleet. Oh, something tells me it's not going to be easy. Captain, there's an Undine ship on an intercept course. So the Kumari doesn't have the armaments to handle an Undine attack. Starfleet reports that they are sending ships to assist us, but they are about 60 seconds out. We have to hold out until the reinforcements get here, Captain. If we target their torpedoes, we might have a chance. Oh, I've seen the signal.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Message transmitted. Hopefully the Undine take it seriously.
Target's shield
They won't kick. By the way, we cannot. This could take some time. You used to have a problem with this mission where the
I don't know if the Undine will listen to your message. Maybe it will make a difference. The Undine ultimately want to keep fluidic space free from outside influence. When Catherine Janeway first encountered them in the Delta Quadrant, she promised we would stay away, and we held to our end of the bargain until the Undine sent agents to infiltrate our governments.
But the Undine only sent those agents because the Iconians fooled them into thinking we were invading fluidic space first. We were both deceived. This is a tragic series of misunderstandings that has led to wars and countless deaths. And it's all the Iconians' fault. They used the Undine to destabilize our alliances and set the stage for their invasion.
Downloading the data now, Captain. Incoming message. Incoming message from the USS Challenger, Captain Novak. I like the sound of that.
This is Captain LaForge of the USS Challenger. Glad to see we made it here in time to lend you a hand. Perhaps you'll return the favor someday. LaForge out.
We've recovered the final data transmission from the Undine vessel, as well as samples of the organic material that was used to create the ship. We need to get all this back to Starfleet Intelligence. They'll be able to decrypt the message and tell us more. Not now. Let's get some Vetrion particles, because they're not nearby. Sorry. I need them, so. All for the R&D. But I think what we'll do, we will get this magnesite ore, I think, and then we'll leave the system. Because the other set of wars around the other side of the planet, and I'm not going to make you sit through me trying to get over there. Not in a ship with this speed. It's all the way over there. So anyway, so let's depart the system. And it's how Admiral Quint. Finish this mission off.
The Ambassador was an Undine? I'm afraid their infiltration of the Federation goes much deeper than we realized. Who knows what kind of havoc they could create?
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Okay, so we're now Lieutenant Mark level 4, which is...
Your inventory has a... You can
Yeah, I know what we can do. We are going to do, we're going to salvage that, and salvage that, is discard that, and refine that. So, that is the end of part 2 of my Federation Delta Recruit 2021. When we're returning part 3, we'll be doing the mission Stranded in Space. Until
I've
then,
received a report.
Yeah, that one. Until then, I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 3. Until then, ciao for now.